Hi everybody, my name is Tori Thompson. I am a senior at the University of Memphis, majoring in communications with a minor in sociology, and I am a site leader intern for the Freedom School program here at Grad Academy, Memphis.
Okay. Well, can you tell me what you think about Black Lives Matter?
I think that is very relevant, especially with all the current events that have been happening this week. Just to say this week, I think that it's a powerful movement. If we all join together, then we can impact change. I wish more people were a part of it, and I will do all I can to ensure that people are a part of that movement.
Well, thank you.
Please. So my question is, yes, okay. So with that being said, what is Black Lives Matter? So I know we have some technical difficulties, so don't lose your enthusiasm, because I'm going to first explain to you a little bit about Black Lives Matter. First of all, we're a national-based organization working for the validity of Black life. We are working to rebuild Black liberation, and for anybody who thinks that this is a moment, it's not, it's a movement. Does anybody know what a movement is? You got your shirt on that says straight out of Grad. I know a lot of y'all probably listen to music and you hear people saying team this, team that. Those are movements where you organize and get people engaged in what you have going on. No one knows what freedom is? Well, I'm going to tell you what freedom is. Freedom is the ability to move about and do what you please. Does everybody want to be free, or do you want to be a statistic? You want to be free. That's good. We ourselves are as part of a global Black family, because we are all family. We all come from Africa. No matter whether you're white, Black, everything comes from Africa. Everything comes from Black. It is the original color. It is the original person. We ourselves are guided by the fact that Black lives, regardless of our actual and perceived sexual identities and gender expressions, economic statuses and disabilities, religious beliefs or disbeliefs, immigration or status locations. So with that being said, we don't discriminate against anyone. We don't not like her because she has cornrows. We don't not like him because he has glasses. We love everyone. And that's basically what we are doing. Go to the next one. Yeah. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to talk to y'all a little bit about the basis of unequal treatment. Has anybody in here ever been mistreated or treated unfairly? All right. You got your hand up first. What have you been mistreated about? Come on.
Like, I had teachers who really didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
And they wouldn't help you.
They wouldn't help you. And so, do you think that was because you were tall or because you had a green shirt on? Why do you think that they discriminated or didn't help you?
I guess they was doing it for the money.
They was doing it for the money. Well, you know what? That's what they all say, money over everything. Anybody heard that MOE, money over everything? Well, that's not true. Well, the reason he said what he said has a lot to do with our government. Does everybody know what our government is? You know what the government is? Well, there are a lot of things in government. You can go to the next one. I told y'all enough of that. So, why do people hate? Does anybody over here know why people hate? Because I know this little girl right here got plenty of haters because she got pretty little roses in her hair and things like that. Why do people hate? I need somebody to help me out. Why do they hate?
I think people hate because they probably see something in you that they wish they had, but they don't have it. But if they try to get it, they can on their own.
So jealousy, that's a good thing. That's true. And let me tell you something. Everybody in this room, do you know how important you are? You are so important because you're Black, because we done got the biggest haters in the world just because of that. Just because we're Black. And you have to know your history to understand. So, if we'll narrow it down, these are the main things that people hate on you for. Racism, sexism, ageism, heterosexism. Racism, okay, wait, Yeah, well, racism. Does anybody know what racism is? Because of your race, and it also could be because of your nationality. People don't like Mexicans. Right now, Donald Trump hates Mexicans. He's talking about building a wall to keep them out. Have y'all heard that? Well, that's racism. And sometimes racism can be hidden, and you not even understand that is why they are really hating on you. Sexism deals with men and women. Sometimes people don't like you just because you're a woman. I get a lot of flack because I'm an intelligent woman. Because see, not too long ago, women didn't even have the right to vote. Do you know what the right to vote is? Who knows about voting? Please raise your hands if you know about voting. You do? Well, do you know that he could vote before me less than 60 years ago? He could vote and I couldn't just because I was a woman. Ageism deals with people hating on the elderly or hating on kids. Some kids can't even, they hate, you don't think they hate on people because they old. They hate on people because they old, they discriminate against them. People hate on people because they're young. But you know, the youth is our movement. So what I wanted to tell you is, who wants to be a statistic? I need to raise your hand and say, if you want to be a statistic. Well, check this out. Poverty, incarceration, state violence, gender. I mean, I don't think any of you are old enough to be gay but I know all y'all are old enough to know what it is. People hate on people because they're gay, they're queer, transgender. We don't hate on people at Black Lives Matter. We accept people for who they are regardless of that. People hate on you about if you're an immigrant, where you came from. There's a lot of hate in the world, and we come to love everybody and to bring people into understanding Black liberation. So we talked about poverty. Did you know that there's so much hate in the world that people poison the water? Do you believe that? Who by show of hands understands that there's so much hate in the world that they would poison our water? It happened in Flint, Michigan. Or it got caught in Flint, Michigan. It's happening right here in Memphis, Tennessee. In certain areas where Black people live, there is environmental injustice where people put stuff in the sewage, just dump their radioactive stuff because they don't even care about what we drink, and water is something that came from God. So understand that the hate is real. The hate is so real that some people can end up with the death penalty just because they were Black. They don't even care if they're innocent. Oh, he's Black, he's accused of doing it, just kill him. Do you believe that? That people have been executed in this country just because they were Black. So when I say, do you want to be a statistic? Your answer should be no. That's fine. So I'm gonna ask you a few more questions. Who inspires you? Keep going. Who inspires you? Okay, this is rhetorical for me. Keep going. These are two people who inspire me while I'm here today. Does anybody know who this woman is? By show of hands, if you know who this woman is, raise your hand because you need to know and you will know when you leave here. Miss, you know? What's her name?
If I'm not mistaken, Angela Davis with the Black Panther movement.
All right. He knows who that is. Well, the reason this woman inspires me because she was not only Black, but she was beautiful. Because Black is beautiful. But she was intelligent. And she was falsely accused, just like me, of doing things that she didn't do. And she fought the whole government out in California. She fought the government so much that she went on the run. Now, I know that sounds bad, but we're going to get into why that is important. The other person who you saw on the left, wait a minute, is Tupac Shakur. Does anybody know who he is? You do? Well, you should know who he is because he was one of the greatest rappers to ever live. There hadn't been anybody like him since. There have been a few to come close, but he was very good because he not only spoke his mind, but he fought a system. He was falsely accused of things too, and he overcame it. Anybody in here ever been through something that you didn't think you could get through? Because I know as a kid, I went through stuff. People used to bully me, pick on me. They didn't like me. They didn't like my hair. Has anybody ever been through something like that? Raise your hand. Don't be ashamed. We're talking. Well, if you've been through something, just know these two people, even though he's deceased, this is the outcome. You can be here, you can be here, but you can overcome anything. But you gotta first love yourself and love others. What makes a good leader? You said that, who had their hand up said that they have somebody that inspires them? We already choose you. I need some participation on this side. Is this side closer than that side? Okay. Who inspires you? You're not? I want to get them started. We learning today, but we're making it educational. Who has somebody over here that inspires them? Anybody? You name a singer, rapper, dancer, your mama. Who inspires you?
Maya.
You who?
Maya.
Really? Oh, that's wonderful. My mother loves her. By the case for the thing. So what makes Maya Angelou who she is? What makes her who she is because she had goals and she had beliefs and it was her method. What was her method? What was her method? You know, what did she do? So she was a writer. And being a writer is something you can do to inspire people. So we're going to talk about social injustices. First of all, I asked y'all, did y'all want to be a statistic? Did you know right now, including these little guys right here, it's possible that they can be one of these people in a statistic? Has anybody ever seen something like this happen? You have? How did it make you feel? That's violence. That's violence against each other. Did you know, has anybody ever had a friend or a relative go to jail or prison? Well, do you know that according to the statistics, there's a chance that you might be either this person getting beat up, this person doing the beating up, or this person in jail? Do you know, based on the statistics, almost half of this room, if not more, within 5 years will be one of those people? Is that going to be you? I need to hear it louder. Is that going to be you? You're not going to be a statistic. Okay, so how do we make sure that you're not going to be a statistic? Well, these social injustice issues deal with public accountability. Does anybody know what public accountability is? Public accountability is demanding what you want and getting it. This woman right here wants jobs. How many people want a job? How many people want to work for themselves? Okay, I want to work a job. Because it's power in entrepreneurship. So it's good to have a job, but that's how you do accountability. Okay, she said we got 5 more minutes. We had so much technicality. So anyways, I'm going to show... Okay. All right, okay, so this deals with responsibility, awareness, and informing. The way you do this is through being responsible, aware, and informed. And the way you do that is by letting people know that I am the Black community, and we won't have any failure in the public. We won't have any failure because we're going to make sure the public has trust. And you do that by demanding that your public officials give you what you want. Now, who thinks that you can gain power like this? Who thinks you can get power through guns? Who thinks that? That's ISIS. Well, that's not how you get it. You can get it, but you can get a whole lot more. Does anybody know what nonviolence is?
Nonviolence. We talk about class. Go. Who else? Who else? No, I'm not. Gandhi. Gandhi. There we go. MLK and Gandhi. We know this, y'all. Get in there. Show them what you know.
Okay. The Bay Area, and they shut a bridge down. That's an act of nonviolence. So who had the power there? The people. The power is in the people. So what can you do for me? I want y'all to utilize your voice, stay awoke, pay attention, ask questions, educate yourself, and stand up for believe whatever you believe in. And I'm gonna leave.